Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and Retro Sports Network presents Boston Red Sox Replay 46. This Friday afternoon, April 26, 1946, from Shibe Park in Philadelphia. The Red Sox travel to play Connie Mack's Philadelphia Athletics. And since that miracle 15-11 win on Tuesday, I really need to pay more attention to the schedule because the Yankees were in town for a Wednesday and Thursday affair, and I could have easily done a special because the Yankees, because they're the Yankees. And so the Red Sox lost both of those games. So since we've talked to you last, the Red Sox have actually slipped into second place, a game behind the Detroit Tigers, who you will see next Friday on this replay. I believe it's Cleveland and Detroit. Detroit coming in. So today it is the woeful Philadelphia Athletics, who were 2-8 and would only win, I think, 45 or 48 games in 46. Their pitcher today is Dick Fowler. He is 0-1 on the year with a 6.92 ERA, 13 innings. I must have bit my tongue at some point. 19 hits, a home run allowed, walked 4 and struck out 3. On the real year, the ERA is tremendous for the era, 3.28, but 9-16 to 105 innings pitched, 213 hits allowed, 16 homers, 75 walks, and 89 strikeouts. And this is the lineup that they will put on the field this afternoon. No Dom DiMaggio. Leon Culberson leads off and plays center. Johnny Pesky, the shortstop, bats second. Ted Williams, the left fielder, bats third. He's only hitting 200, but boy, against the Yankees. Bobby Doerr bats fourth and plays second. Rudy York, the first baseman, bats fifth. Catfish Mekovich, the right fielder, bats sixth. He's sitting on a 10-game hitting streak, my friends. He's hitting 405. Eddie Pellegrini bats seventh and third. Eddie McGaugh is the catcher. He'll bat eighth. And Boo Ferris is on the mound. He'll bat ninth. And I would expect this to be kind of a complete game. Defensively for Philadelphia, it's Garrison in left, Sam Chapman in center. I believe it's Eddie Peck in right. George Kell at third before he was traded to the Tigers. Waleza at second. Hanley at second, and Jack McQuinn at first. Kell and McQuinn the better defenders. DeSaltos is the catcher. Average all the way around. I'm not remembering his first names off the top of my head. We'll get to that point, though. So here's Leon Culberson. 455. No homers and an RBI. 5 for 11 on the year. Let me make sure this is actually recorded. Yeah. All right. So we're getting ready to get underway. Pitch from Fowler. Culberson flies this one to Garrison, and it's going to be gone. A whole line drive home run to left to start the ball game. And like that, it's 1-0. I'll bring up Johnny Pesky, who's hitting 350, no homers and 7 RBI. Fowler delivers, ground ball to third. Kell to McQuinn, 1 out. I think it's George McQuinn. Oh, and Pesky's hurt. He tweaked his hamstring, but he will stay in the game. Injuries, by the way, using Action PC Baseball 17, are single-game injuries only because this is an as-played replay. The lineups are as they were. It's April 26, 1946. And with that, Ted Williams is hitting 200, 2 homers, and 6 RBIs. 13 walks to 1 strikeout. Fowler's pitch. Williams strikes out. Swung on and missed an 0-2 pitch. 2 out for Doerr. Bobby at 268, a homer and 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball deep to left. Garrison will watch it hit the... No, it's gone. I'm sorry about that. It went hit off the top of the wall, and Doerr is in with a triple. Just not used to how these older ballparks play in the chalkboard. Or I can make the John Sterling joke again. Okay, I will. The John Sterling Award, brought to you by Lowe's. Sponsor press boxes everywhere. Remember, that's baseball, Susan. Go to Lowe's. Rudy York the batter. Rudy at 289 with a homer and 4 RBI. Here's the pitch. York Strikes out. Curveball on the outside corner, but not before the Red Sox get a run on 2 hits and no errors. After half the inning, it's the Red Sox nothing. Here come the Athletics. It'll be Ford Garrison. I wonder why I don't remember his name. Only batted 37 times. Leading off for the Athletics, Peck will bat second. He's the right fielder. McQuinn, the first baseman, bats third. Elmo Chapman. No, Chapman is the center fielder. He'll clean up. While Laza is the shortstop, batting fifth. Hanley, the second baseman, bats sixth. George Kell bats seventh. I think it's Gene DeSaltis as the catcher, batting eighth. And Fowler, who is going on short rest because it says he only has 20 pitches to his credit. Ahoy vey. We'll bat ninth. The weather is 62 degrees on this beautiful afternoon here in Philadelphia. Winds blowing from left to right at 9. Crisp, clear day. The lineup for the defensively for the Sox. Behind Dave Ferris, it'll be, you can see Boo Ferris's picture there, and behind that is Ted Williams. Leon Culberson is in center, below average range and an average arm. Mekovich in right. Pellegrini at third, Pesky at short, Dorr at second, and York at first, with Eddie McGowan behind the plate, below average. Ferris is 2-0 on the year. In 18 innings, he's gone 2 complete games in 2 starts, and his ERA of 1. Allowed 11 hits, he's walked 1 and struck out 5. On the real year, he went 25-6 with a 3.25 ERA, 274 innings, 274 hits, 14 homers. He walked 71 and struck out 106. Garrison, as he steps in, is 5 for 15. That's 333. All singles and no runs or RBI. Ferris delivers, and it's a ground roll ball to Pesky. He throws to York, 1 out. Hal Peck, batter, 267, a homer and 3 RBI. 2 on the year in real life for Peck. Ferris delivers, ground ball to second. Dorr has it, throws it to first, 2 out. George McQuinn at 333, no homers and 6 RBI. Hit 225 on the real year. 2 out. Here's the pitch. McQuinn grounds 1 to short. Pesky cross to York, and that retires the side. Ferris gets the side at 8 pitches. Nothing across after 1. Boston 1, Philadelphia nothing. As Mekovich steps to the plate, Catfish is hitting .405, a homer and 11 RBIs. As we said earlier, 10-game hitting streak. Fowler, his leash is going to be short. Mekovich hits this one to deep right. Back goes Peck. That will grab the wall. Mekovich will have at least 2. He's going for 3. The throw to third is not in time, and he expands the hitting streak to 11 in his first at bat. And then I'll bring up Eddie Pellegrini, who is hitting 286, a homer and 4 RBI. Red Sox in their blue hats with a red B on outline, gray wool shirt, Boston in blue across the chest. The Athletics in blue hats with a white A, the jersey white button up. I thought there was some blue pipping on there, with blue A for the Athletic. Pellegrini, as we said, hitting 286. Pitch from Fowler. Ground ball to first. McQuinn, and he boots it. Mekovich will score on the air. He got under McQuinn's glove. The Sox go up 2-0, and Fowler is already tired. It's going to be one of those afternoons for the Athletics. Here's Eddie McGowan. This is his first at-bat of 46, at least in this replay, on the real year. 216, a homer and an RBI. No homer and an RBI. Throw to first. Pellegrini is back. I don't know why McGowan ran down to first. Pitch to Eddie is a walk. So Pellegrini goes to second. Bob Savage will come in to pitch as Boo Ferris comes to the plate. Bob has 85 pitches to his credit, so it must be Connie Mack and his bullpen were shot. So they had to use the starter for Fowler. Good comprehension there. Savage has thrown 6 innings, allowed 7 hits. He has no record an ERA of 4.50, a home run allowed, walked 5 and struck out 2. He's good for 85. Supposedly Ferris is not going to bunt here. 2 for 8 on the year with no homers or RBI. Had 7 in the real year. And he hits an infield fly. McQuinn should have it lined up. He does for the first out. Brings up Culberson, who led off the ball game with a single to left center. This picture that you see here is a nice color shot of Connie Mack from I think I saw it was from 1970, the last year that they played here the Phillies played here. The A's Athletics would move to Kansas City for 55, I believe. Culberson will hit a ground ball back up the middle. Savage's only play is to first, and he is retired. So Pellegrini and McGaw move up to a base. Runners on second and third for Pesky, who's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Pesky walks. That's dangerous because that'll bring up Teddy Williams with the bases loaded. Williams struck out his first time up, hitting 194. Here's a pitch from Savage. There's a long drive to right. Peck to the track. Off the wall. That will score Pellegrini. In fact, that's going to clear the bases. Pesky's in to score along with Culberson. It's a double for Williams. And the Red Sox are ahead 5-0. We told you the A's weren't very good. Here's Bobby Doerr. Bobby tripled his first time up. 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball back to Savage. Throws it to first, and that's the inning. Not before the Sox get 4 runs on 2 hits and an error. After an inning and a half, it's the Red Sox 5, the A's 0. So Sam Chapman, Laza the shortstop, and Hadley battle back here in the second for the Athletics. Sam at 143, no homers and 4 RBI. He would hit 20 on the real year. Ferris delivers, and there's a fly ball to right center. Culberson has it lined up 1 away. Jack Wallacea at 161, no homers and 2 RBI. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Door is there. On the grass, 2 out. Bring up Gene Hanley at 344, good hitter. No homers and 3 RBI. He would hit 251 on the real season. Ground ball to second. Door to York, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2, it is Boston 5, Philadelphia 0. Ferris has thrown 16 pitches. Here's Rudy York. He struck out his first time up. In the National League, the Cubs are in first place. I believe they're 7-2. With Brooklyn in second place, I believe 2 games, a game or 2 out. On the real season, St. Louis and Brooklyn would go to a playoff, I believe, in 46. Before the Cardinals would eventually win the National League and then the World Series. York struck out his first time up. He'll draw a walk this time. So the 3-1 was high and outside, and here's Mekovich, who extended his hitting streak to 11 with a first inning triple. Savage has thrown an inning in 23 pitches. Here's the pitch to Mekovich. It's popped up first base side, foul territory. But McQuinn should have it. He does for the first out. Here's Pellegrini. 0 for 1. Reached on an error and scored. Well, if he reached on an error, he wouldn't have an RBI. Sac fly? Anyway. There's an RBI and a run scored. He must have reached on an error. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball to center. Chapman should have it. Back to the track. He does. 2 out. So McGaw at the plate. Eddie walked and scored his first time up. York on first. 2 outs here in the third. 5-0 Boston. Pitch from Savage. Grounded to second. Jack Hanley flips it to Alaza, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5, it's Boston 5, Philadelphia 0. So it'll be George Kell, the catcher, DeSalts, and Savage possibly here in the third. Kell, 176, no homers and 2 RBI. I believe he gets traded to the Tigers this year. And so we'll see a lot of George Kell in the future, as this replay series will go all the way to 1950. Pitch to Kel. That's a strikeout. Swung on and missed strike 3. First one for Farris. Kel swung on a 1-2 breaking ball. Here it is, Gene DeSalts. Okay, he is 2 for 9 on the year, hitting .222, but with 3 RBI and 2 walks. Pitch. Here's a ground ball. Pesky charges in, throws it over to York. 2 out. So 2 out, and Bob Savage at the plate. If he bats, it's his first at bat of the year. 122, no homers or RBIs on the real season. He will bat. It's a ground ball to third. Pellegrini to York, and the sign goes down in order. 9 up, 9 down for the Athletics. We played 3, Boston 5, Philadelphia nothing. Mr. Boo Ferris is 0 for 1. Pitch from Savage. Here's a grounder to second. Jack Haley throws it over. 1 out. Savage now, 41 pitches through 2 1/3 innings of relief. He hit a lab. Walk 2, run was charged to his name, and it was earned. Here's Culberson. Leon 1 for 2, led off the ball game with a homer to left. Ground ball to first. McQuinn flips it to Savage. 2 out. Here is Pesky. Johnny is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch to Pesky from Savage. It's a ground ball to Hanley. Over to McQuinn, and Savage has pitched some good relief. Sox go down in order in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3.5, it's Boston 5, Philadelphia nothing. So as the Athletics back here in the 4th, Garrison, Peck, and McQuinn. Ferris has retired 9 straight on 29 pitches. But you hear the ominous home team music. Pitch to Garrison. Yep. Door. Oh, what a play. He cut it off. He throws to York in time for the out. It is not considered a web gem, but he had to go into the grass to cut it off before retiring Garrison. Wow. So they'll bring him Hal Peck. Hal is 0 for 1. Ferris is ready. Popped up. Pesky should have it. He does. 2 out. Brings up George McQuinn. I tell you what they were doing, but it's all the same. It's everyone's 0 for 1. McQuinn goes down. He is retired on strike 3 in an outside corner, and the computer realizes he's perfect through 4, 12 up, 12 down. After 4, it's the Sox 5, the Athletics nothing. So here's Teddy Williams. Teddy hit a 3-run bases clearing double in the 2nd when the Sox scored 4. Savage out for his 4th inning. 3 innings in the books, a hit, an earned run. He has walked 2. Here's Williams. Ground ball to second. Hanley over to first, 1 out. Well, the complexion of this game has changed. Bobby Dorr 1 for 2 with a triple. Savage has really held more in the zone. Pitch to Dorr. Fly ball, left center field. That's trouble. Chapman and Garrison goes back. That is going to catch the top of the wall. Dorr moves into second with a double. That's the 5th hit for Boston this afternoon. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and they've stranded 3. Here's Rudy York. Rudy is 0 for 1. He has struck out. Fowler did that, the starter, and walked. Pitch to York. Fly ball left center. That's going to be trouble. Back goes Garrison, and that is off the wall. So a double for York, back-to-back doubles. Dorr will score, and it's 6-0 Boston. But don't you dare go to your next video. If you look at what the Athletics are doing, you might want to stick around for a bit. Here's Catfish Mekovich. He's got an 11-game hitting streak, triple his first time up, 1 for 2. Savage delivers, and that's a ground ball up the middle. Walaza comes in, throws it to first, and it is in time for the... No, it's a hit. I beg your pardon. He just beat it out, so it's an infield single. And so York moves to third, Mekovich to first. Runners at the corners for And the infield looking for a bunt. Not bunting here. Not with a 6-run lead. Pellegrini is 0 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. And he goes down by way of the cave. He looks at strike 3, and there's 2 out. For Eddie McGaw, who is 0 for 1. He has walked and scored. 6-0 Boston here in the 5th. Pitch to McGaw is a line drive right to McQuinn to retire the side. No runs, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Halfway home at Shibe, it's Boston 6, Philadelphia nothing. All right, Sam Chapman 0 for 1. Ferris 39 pitches through 4. Pitch. And that will take care of the no-hitter in the perfect game, as that is a single through the middle. And that's the first hit. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Boston. 1 no runs, 1 hit, and an error for Philly. Jack Waleza up. He's not going to bunt. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to left. Computer kind of jitters. Williams is there. That was foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jack. Ferris delivers. Ground ball to third. Pellegrini foul. Again, a 1-2 count to Walezia. Is a fly ball to center. Culberson should have it lined up. He does. Chapman goes back to first. And there's 1 out for Gene Hanley, who's 0 for 1. Pitch. Hanley, ground ball up the middle. Dorr has it. Takes it to second for 1. Over to York. That's 2. They turn it. Double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 5, it's Boston 6, Philadelphia nothing. So as Boo Ferris works on a 1-hit shutout, he'll bat here and start the 6th. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. McQuinn takes it himself on out. Brings up Leon Culberson, 4th time through for the Sox, 1 for 3. As Culberson led the game off with a home run. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Kell. McQuinn, 2 out. Johnny Pesky's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Grounder up the middle. Waleza can't get a glove on it. So Pesky will reach. He scrambled and he could not even attempt to throw. So I'll bring up Ted Williams, who had a bases clearing triple in the 2nd. They were loaded at the time, and it's the big reason why the Red Sox are up 6-0. 2 outs, top the 6th. Williams, ground ball, base hit right side. Pesky goes to third. Hanley should have had that, but he didn't. And so runners in the corners, 2 outs for Dorr, who has a double and a triple. He is 2 for 3 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. Dorr draws a walk. So Savage, he's at 88 pitches. He's got to be pretty tired. 4 2/3 innings of yeoman relief work. 5 hits, 3 walks, a strikeout. And I believe his 2 runs were earned. Maybe not. Because if it was 2 earned runs, that 1 earned run, that ERA would be lower for the game. Anyway, here's Rudy York. He's 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. Pitch, bases loaded, and York will walk home a run. So Pesky will score, and that'll bring in Norm Brown to pitch. Brown, no record. 3 innings on the year, an ERA is 6, 3 hits allowed, including a home run. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. On the real season, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 homers. He walked 6, struck out 3, and 0-1 record with a 6.14 ERA. So here's Catfish Mekovich, who was 2 for 3. He has tripled and singled and scored. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. There's a fly pop-up. Second base. Hanley moves in the right field towards foul ground and makes the catch to retire the side. A run, a hit, and an error after 5.5. Red Sox 7, Philadelphia nothing. Sox have straight at 8 now. George Kell, the batter. George is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball, left side base hit. In fact, that's going to be for extra bases. As that one rolled around for a bit, Kell is on second. He struck out in his first at-bat, 1 of 2, throwing by Ferris. Here is Gene DeSaltis, who's 0 for 1. Pitchers. Oh, wow, I didn't even catch that. Suter is now in at short. Keelbat 9th. It was a double switch. Brown now 5th in the batting order. Saltis 0 for 1. Ground ball, third base side, foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Farris is ready. Here's the pitch. And it's the first walk given up by Boo. So first and second, nobody out for Pete Suter. Pete at .462 with an RBI. 281 on the year, 2 homers, and 50 RBI. Pitch to Pete is a ground ball to first. York to Pesky for 1. Back to York. Do they turn? You betcha. 3-6-3. And it's 2 out for Ford Garrison, who's 0 for 2. So Ferris is just cruising. Kell on third, 2 out. And all that set up for a pinch hitter, Bruce Konopka. 1 for 7 on the year. With a walk and a strikeout and a run scored. On the real season, 237, no homers and 9 RBI. Ferris delivers. Fly ball to right. Crowd likes it. Mekovich, though, is there to make. Oh, foul. Can't quite get it. No balls and 2 strikes. To Konopka. Pitch. Got him. Swung on him, missed for strike 3. So after 6, no runs, no 1 hit, no errors. The shutout intact. Boston 7, the Athletics nothing. Pellegrini, McGaw, and Ferris will bat here in the 7th. Norm Brown came in with 2 outs in the 6th and retired his first batter. Pellegrini's 0 for 3. Eddie has struck out. Reach somehow scored and has an RBI. Pitch. There's a fly ball to left. Konopka, who cannot play left field, will turn and watch it go. A home run for Pellegrini, and the Red Sox go up 8-0. So that's a second dinger of the year. And the Red Sox, well, this game's been over for a while anyway. So here's McGaw. Eddie is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Brown delivers, and that's a strikeout. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed strike 3. Dave Ferris is up. Boo is 0 for 3. Pitch. Ground ball to second. Hanley to McQuinn, and that's an out. Bring up the Sox lineup for the 5th time this afternoon. Leon Culberson is 1 for 4 with a home run. He led off the game with it seemingly an hour ago. Pitch from Brown. Ground ball, foul. Third base side. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Brown. Up the middle. Line drive. Base hit. Hanley couldn't quite leap to get it. Chapman throws it in, and that will be the 10th Red Sox hit. Johnny Pesky, the batter. Johnny is 0 for 3, but he has scored twice and walked once. Which tells you he reached on one of those 2 athletic errors. Pitch to Johnny. Popped up. Third base side. Kell has it. And that retires the side. A run on 2 hits and no errors. 6.5 at stretch time for the remaining throng here at Shibe. Boston 8, Philadelphia nothing. You don't want to pick on the Athletics. They were done. They own the stadium, by the way, and that tall fence you see by the scoreboard was built by Connie Mack. It's called a Spite Fence. If you haven't, we had the Phillies on in the 64 replay already. Not sure when I'm taking this, if you'll have seen that game or not, but there are row houses out in front on the other side of the street, and they could have either looked out their windows to watch the game for free, or Mack built this extra tall fence to make sure that they actually had to pay for a ticket. Judging by, I think, about the 350,000 people who went to see the A's play in 46, they really didn't care. It'll be Hal Peck, George McQuinn, and Chapman here in the 8th or 7th for Philadelphia. Peck is 0 for 2. And there's a pop-up right side. Door should have it. 1 out. The pitcher Brown would bat if anyone should reach. McQuinn is 0 for 2. He's one of Ferris's 3 strikeouts. And it's a ground ball right back to Boo, over to first, 2 out. Here's Sam Chapman. Sam is 1 for 2 with a single. Had the first hit of the ball game for the Athletics. George Kell has the other. Fly ball to right, short right. York on the grass. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. A shutout intact. 7 in the books. It's Boston 8, Philadelphia nothing. So Williams, Dorr, and York. Williams with a bases loaded double has 3 RBIs. He's 2 for 4. And he hits this one to right center. It is high. It will grab the wall. He is on with a double. That's his 2nd of the ball game, and the Red Sox have a leadoff runner on. Yeah, I think we're going to pinch run because they're not losing this. We're going to go with Rip Russell will be the pinch runner. Bobby Dorr is 2 for 3. He has doubled, tripled, scored, and walked. So Russell leads off second base. Dorr hits this one in the left to Napka. And Suter calls for it. For an out, 1 out. Rudy York, 1 for 2 with a double. Lou Ferris and Andy McGower are the only 2 Red Sox starters who did not have a... No, Johnny Pesky doesn't have a hit either, but he scored twice. Never mind. York 1 for 2. Strikes out. Watches an 0-2 breaking ball in the dirt, or 0-2 breaking ball for strike 3. 2 out for Mekovic. Now has an 11-game hitting streak. He is singled and tripled and scored once. Here's the pitch. Russell goes. Ground ball to second. Hanley to McQuinn, and that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hits, no errors. After 7.5, it's Boston 8, Philadelphia nothing. Johnny Lazor, who doesn't really have any range and has a bubblegum arm, will play left now. He will lead off. Tom McBride goes into center for Culberson. He doesn't have much of a range either, but he does have a halfway decent arm. So Sox will get some subs in with an 8-run lead. Norm Brown is scheduled up. Elmer Velo, good player in his own right for the A's through this era, and especially the early years in Kansas City at the plate. 292 on the year. No homers and 4 RBI, hit 307 on the real year. Ferris delivers, and there's a ground ball to third. Pellegrini, and it plays him. So an error for the Red Sox. And Velo will reach, and that'll bring up Gene Hanley, who's 0 for 2. Ferris delivers, and that's a ground ball. Pesky with a tremendous stop to Dorr for 1, and York for 2. Johnny Pesky turned a base hit into a 6-4-3 double play. So 2 out for Kell. Kell with a double, one of the 2 Philadelphia hits this afternoon. He also has a strikeout on the dance card. Pitch from Ferris, ground ball to third. Pellegrini to first, and Kell cannot beat it out. Little slow down the line, and so we go to the 9th. Boston 8, Philadelphia nothing. Not is a new picture, Jack Knott, Knott. 1 inning pitched, 5 hits allowed, walked 2, struck out 1, a 54 ERA. 5.68 the real life ERA with an 0-1 record. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 home run allowed. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Eddie Pellegrini, who homered at one point in this game, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a strikeout. Not delivers, and there's a fly ball to left center. Back goes Chapman, and Pellegrini has another home run. That's in the second deck. How rude. Number 3 on the air, number 2 in the game. And it's 9-0 Boston. Bring up Eddie McGaw. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive into left field that Konopka cannot handle. McGaw will take an extra base here. So it's a single and an error on the left fielder who can't play left. You know, if I was actually a kid and this game was actually on television, this would be when my mother would shut off and tell me to go play outside. If you were in Philadelphia, that's what you were doing. 66 degrees, winds blowing out down the left at 14. It's a nice spring day. Red Sox having great batting practice. Now, here's Ferris. He's 0 for 4. Pitch. Ground ball. Suter cuts it off on the grass. Over to McQuinn for the out. McGaw will hold it second. 1 out. For Johnny Lazor. Johnny 0 for 2 on the year. Walked and scored and strikeout. 29 at-bats in real life, hit 138. He does have a home run on the real year. But boy, you don't want him to hit one today. Here's a pitch. Here's a line shot in the left. That could be extra bases. McGaw will... Yeah, he's going forward. He can try to score on Konopka for crying out loud. The throw home is not in time. Laser has an RBI single on the Red Sox lead at 10-0. So in the 2 games we had for Boston this week, they've scored 25 runs. Here's Johnny Pesky. Johnny's 0 for 4. Trust me, folks, the schedule toughens up from here. Must have reached on an error, scored twice and walked. And hits a ground ball back up the middle. Suter. And he got a hand on it, but he couldn't get a handle on it. So it's another error. That's the 4th for the Athletics. And so first and second for Tom McBride, who is 5 for 8 on the air with a triple. And 3 RBI. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Suter. And he boots it again. That is the 5th Philadelphia error. And I'll bring up Bobby Doerr, who is 2 for 4. Double, triple, walked and scored. Here's the pitch. And it's an infield fly, first base side. McQuinn should have it. Not nods upward to the sky and thanks, and there's 2 out. For Rudy York, who was 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI. He has walked twice, and struck out twice. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Kell over to first, and the Red Sox lead them loaded. 2 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors. He played 8.5. It's Boston 10, Philadelphia nothing. The Sox have stranded 13. Gene DeSaltis is 0 for 1 with a walk. Paris delivers. And there's a line drive base hit in the left that Laser throws back into, or Lazor. Let's say Lazor. I'll bring up Suter. Suter is 0 for 1. Ferris is only throwing 87 pitches. He's good for up to 145. Has a shutout going here with nobody out in the 9th, and DeSalt is on first. And Jake Caulfield will pitch it. Jake is 0 for 7 on the year. 277 hitter in real life with 10 RBI. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Doerr. To Pesky for 1. They will not make the throw, so Caulfield reaches on a fielder's choice. 4-6. 1 out for Konopka, who is 0 for 1. He is one of Ferris's 3 strikeouts. And no pinch hit for him now is Buddy Rosar. Buddy at 333. no homers, and 5 RBI. 11 for 33 with 3 doubles, a 283 hitter in real life. Ferris delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. Metkovich has it lined up, and there's 2 out. Oh, it's foul. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Rosar gets a piece of this one. Ground ball to third. Pellegrini watches it go. Foul. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Really, we don't need the foul ball drama in a 10-run game. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit left side. So Caulfield goes to second. Runners on first and second. 1 out for Hal Peck, who's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Metkovich has it, 2 out. Caulfield trots back to second and will hold there. And George McQuinn is the last. It could possibly be the last batter. If he reaches, Sam Chapman is on deck. McQuinn 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ferris delivers. Ball 4, so they're loaded. And that'll bring up Sam Chapman. As I said, 1 for 3. The pitcher spot is due up next. Ferris at 101 pitches. Tiring here in the 9th. Holding on to a 10-run shutout lead. Here's the pitch. And it's a pop-up. He'll have a shutout. Pellegrini says, I have it. He does, and the Red Sox win 10-0. Ferris is your game MVP. It took 2 hours and 39 minutes to play it. Let's go through the recap. The totals. The Red Sox, 10 runs on 14 hits and an error. The Athletics, no runs, 4 hits on 5 errors. Red Sox get 1 in the first on 2 hits. Leon Culberson started the game with a home run. They batted 8 in the second, scoring 4. Metkovich with a triple extended his hitting streak to 10. Eddie Pellegrini hit a ground to second, scoring 1 and reached on an error by McQuinn, the first baseman. That made it 2-0. Ted Williams with a bases-loaded double scored 3. That made it 5-0. In the 5th, the Red Sox got 1 more on 3 hits. Rudy York doubled home Bobby Doerr to make it 6-0. In the 6th, the Rudy Yorks walked with the bases loaded to score Johnny Pesky. They got a run on a hit, 2 walks, and another error. In the 7th, they got a run on 2 hits on Eddie Pellegrini's first solo shot to left center. That made it 8-0. In the 8th, they sent 8 to the plate, scored 2 runs and 3 hits and 3 errors. Pellegrini with a solo shot, his second of the ball game, again to left center. That made it 9-0. Johnny Lazor singled, scoring McGaw to make it 10-0. The Athletics failed to score on 2 hits and a walk in the 9th. For the Red Sox, here are your stars of the game. Ted Williams, 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 3 RBI. Leon Culberson, 2 for 5 with a home run. Eddie Pellegrini, 2 for 5, 2 homers, 3 RBI, 3 runs. Bobby Doerr, 2 for 5 with a double and a triple. For Philadelphia, Pete Suter, poor guy, defensive replacement, 2 errors. Dave Ferris gets the win, a shutout win, 4 hits in his 9 innings. He walked 2 and struck out 3. He moves to 3-0 on the year. Dick Fowler lasted only 1 inning and took the loss. 2 earned runs, 3 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. He goes to 0-2 on the year, and that's it. So we'll talk to you Tuesday, I think from Cleveland is where we'll talk to you next. And the final score for Red Sox Cyber Replay 46, they moved to 8-3. They win this one 10-0. The Athletics go to 2-9. And without any other games played, they are a half game behind the 8-2 Yankees and a game out in front of the 6-3 Tigers. It was the Cubs in the National League have a 7-1 record, and the Braves are in second, a game back at 7-3. So until then, until we talk to you the next time, I'm Ron Juckett.